Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Garage Reviews. My name is Raghav Gupta and welcome to another video with the Bell 407. Now if you watched yesterday's video, we went for a photo shoot of 2022 calendar with the Bell 407, that is this aircraft right here. But today, with special permission from Wings and Sky, the organization who owns this aircraft, they have given me special permission today to shoot alongside this helicopter and give you all the technical details of this machine right here. So if you need a helicopter or an aircraft for any kind of reason, for a patient let's say, or for a VIP service, for wedding shoots, or any kind of service really, you can hit them up using the links in the description down below. So a very special thanks to them. But with that said, let's start with this video right now. So I will put down timestamps to every single thing. So if you are interested in only one or two segments, you can check the description of this video. Now first off, there are a few different rules that you need to take care of when working with an aircraft or a helicopter. Now I already have told you guys about them in the previous video, but for those of you who are new to the channel, let me go over them once again. Rule number one, you cannot go in the rear side of the helicopter. The first reason is that we have that rotor behind there, which is extremely dangerous if turned on and someone is standing behind there. But the second reason is that all the technical equipment for the helicopter is given back there, and if anything happens to them, the helicopter will not be able to take flight because it won't be able to communicate with anyone. So that is why this whole area, the rear side, is forbidden. Now one more very interesting thing about helicopters is that they need to be inspected before they take a flight and after they have landed. So for example, sir right now is inspecting this helicopter because it has landed at this destination. And bear in mind that not anyone can inspect a helicopter. Even if you are a helicopter inspector, you cannot inspect every single helicopter. Sir right now is certified to check the Bell 407. That is why he is capable of certifying this helicopter for its inspection. Now there are so many things that he has to check. For example, one of them is the communication and comms of the helicopter. There are also two more communication antennas in the front of this helicopter. As a rule, any helicopter or any aircraft in India is mandated to have at least two communication devices. Now this is a Bell 407, which is a smaller helicopter, so that is why it has two communication antennas, which means that in any case, if one fails, the other will keep on working. But for larger aircrafts or larger helicopters, there is a mandation of three communication devices as well. Now if you see this thing over here, which is covered by this red remove before flight thing, this is actually the speedometer for this helicopter. Now obviously you cannot measure the speed of a helicopter like in cars because they don't travel on the ground. In the air, there's a whole different technology that measures the speed of the helicopter. For example, this helicopter can go up to a top speed of around 149 knots, which in layman's term is around 280 kilometers per hour. But to measure that, this is where that nozzle comes in. Now, as we are talking about speed and performance and stuff, let's also talk about the engines. Now, this Bell 407 is actually a single engine helicopter, which is a turbine and a jet engine, which means that it can go on very high altitudes and also travel fast. But having a single engine is not necessarily a downside for a helicopter, because with a single engine, it has less weight and hence can go on high altitudes and has high speed. But for dual engine helicopters, they are much more heavier and it is not necessary that they will go faster or on high altitudes. They do have a lot of power, which means they can have a lot of payload on them, but not necessarily fast or high. And yes, the obvious advantage of a dual engine helicopter is that if one engine fails, for example, the other engine can save you. But then again, the chances of that happening is very rare. Alright, so now let's talk about the fuel prices for a helicopter. Now this helicopter has a fuel tank of around 559 liters, which is huge. And also the fuel price for such a helicopter is around 68 rupees a liter, which when compared to fuel prices for a car seems like a bargain. But when you actually have to fill that 559 liters, it is humongous, because filling this kind of helicopter is around 38,000 rupees. And what's even crazier is that 559 liters of fuel can be finished in around 3 hours to 3.5 hours, which means that the fuel economy for this helicopter is around 170 to 180 liters per hour. And we also have to consider the fact that this helicopter is only capable of taking 7 passengers with it, including the driver, which means that the cost per seat for this helicopter is very expensive, and that is the major reason why airplanes are much less expensive than a helicopter, because first of all, they travel 3 times faster, so the travel time for an airplane is less, and also airplanes can carry much more people than a helicopter. And as we are talking about pricing, there are actually 4 factors that are involved when you want to rent a helicopter. Number 1, where you are traveling from and where you are traveling to. That is obvious, but then you also have to see where the helicopter is. Let's say you wanted to travel from Mumbai to Chandigarh, right? But the helicopter is somewhere in Ahmedabad, so they will have to charge you for bringing the helicopter from Ahmedabad to Mumbai, Mumbai to Chandigarh, and then Chandigarh to Mumbai, and then Mumbai to Ahmedabad. That is the whole fuel cost and the amount of pricing they will take from you. That is reason number 1. Then second thing that you have to say is, for example, you let's take that example of Mumbai to Chandigarh once again, and you are having a 1-day halt in Chandigarh. So the whole crew, the pilot, the engineer, you will have to take care of their residential cost in that area for 1 day as well. So that is another thing that you need to take care of. Reason number 3 has to do with travel time. Now, for example, you need to go from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. So that is a journey way longer than 3 or 3.5 hours. So that means the helicopter will have to stay somewhere to refuel once again. And obviously, the place where it will refuel is at an airport. You also have to pay the airport because you are using up their time and place to refuel the helicopter. But then again, helicopters are not meant for long travel, and that too for so less people like 5 or 6. Helicopters are meant for very prestigious events, and that too for very less kilometers, not too high. Right, so moving on inside the helicopter, first you have to step on this thing and then step inside the cabin. We have 2 seats in front, and we have the cockpit in front over there, and then we have 3 seats on this side, 2 on this side, and then 1 as a middle seat. We have air protection headphones over here because these things can get very loud, obviously because of that rotor. And then you also have another headset on this side, which is actually for communicating with the pilot. So because this is an enclosed cabin, the pilot is in front and you are in back over here. If you wanted to talk to the pilot, this is how you do it. And this is where you enter the cockpit area. First of all, before entering, I actually want to talk about the doors of this thing as well. They open so much like an Aston Martin. They open somewhat in an upward direction, just like butterfly doors as well, I could say. But anyways, once you do open and you get to sit inside this thing, you can see so many different dials. I'm not even going to try to explain what these are because I have literally no idea. But that is the place for the main pilot, and we have one place for a co-pilot over here. Right now there is no kind of like joystick thing on this side, but if you wanted to have like a co-pilot with you, you could install that. It's a very simple process that Sir tells me. Now how simple it actually is, I don't know, but they do say that it's quite simple. And it is one of the features of the Bell 407 that this helicopter is. But anyways, you can see we have so many things over here, and this is the 2 headphones that the pilots use to connect with the cabin back there and with the ground base where they're about to land or where they're about to take off from. So this is all the things, and even on the roof of the thing you can see we have so many controls. And so with that, we can finally end today's video. What a successful video, and what an experience it has been shooting 2 days consecutively with the Bell 407. A very special thanks to Air Himalayas, a very special thank to the organization for providing me with the special time with the helicopter, and a hearty congratulations to them as well for setting up their new business here in the Chandigarh area, which is very special for all of us. Again, they're based out of Chandigarh, but if you ever need any kind of service from them, they work all over India and even internationally. So you can hit them up using the links in the description down below. But thank you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. Comment down below your favorite part about this video. Share this video as much as you can, and a subscribe to the channel would be absolutely amazing because it gives me so much more motivation to create content for you guys. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.